The hit battle royale game Fortnite is a game where luck is heavily involved, whether you're looting, fighting, or building. From finding 4 llamas in one game to surviving epic battles on one hit point, here are the luckiest Fortnite players. Nothing's more satisfying than killing an opponent and then using your emote to humiliate them even more. But in this clip, Frank C9 took it to a whole other level. After sliding down the side of a mountain to the last remaining player, he uses his wave emote to perfectly predict his opponent's death in style. Emoting on an opponent is one thing, but executing it perfectly is just lucky. The final moments of any game are the most intense, especially when the storm is coming to a full close. In the next clip, Ellis Niji got so lucky that her opponent was so bad at Fortnite. While trying to heal up from the storm, the other player jumps in front and misses a point-blank shotgun shot. He then dies in the storm to give our hero the victory. Talk about luck. The golden scar is the holy grail of all the weapons in Fortnite, so finding one on the ground or in a chest right when you land is amazing. But not Lucas was even luckier than that. After gliding into Tilted Towers, he finds 2 golden scars right next to each other. Don't even tell me the odds of that happening. Almost everyone knows that in order to increase your chances of getting that beloved victory royale, you'll need a decent assault rifle, shotgun, explosive weapons, and shields. Players would be lucky enough to get 3/4 of these things throughout the entire game. D007 was extremely lucky though and got a purple scar, purple tactical shotgun, egg launcher, and 100 shield in less than 20 seconds. Streaming Fortnite can be a bit troublesome sometimes due to the fact that streamers have to make sure all of their equipment and settings are intact during games of Fortnite. Streamer Haniel Darrison was adjusting his facecam settings when all of a sudden a player comes right in front of him. Luckily, the no skin took too long to shoot before Haniel Darrison was able to get the kill. Ninja is arguably one of the best players in the game, but one thing is for sure, he is the most popular player in Fortnite. With the millions of players online every day, the chances of getting into a game with him are slim enough, but actually killing him is another story. Gary Smokes Oak is able to pull off a clean headshot snipe on Ninja. Getting into a game with the man himself and sniping him is definitely lucky. Landing in Tilted Towers can be quite stressful, especially when you can't find a gun right away. Oftentimes you find yourself frantically trying to hide or desperately kill someone with your pickaxe. For Red66, the first thing he got was grenades, and he put them to use by getting a random kill and another defensive kill.
No way, they got someone. Dude, I took it. I knocked another one. What the?
The RPG is one of the most intimidating weapons in the game. Whenever you see someone with it, you pray that your building is strong enough to block it, or the RPG misses you completely. Streamer Donlox Kenzo built a door after sniping someone, only to have an RPG come soaring through the open door, feet away from the streamer. If that door was closed, he would have died. When gliding in for the land, players often look for either a chest or weapon to land on in order to immediately defend themselves. Rack Discipline shared a screenshot of his landing, which had 3 chests and a llama. Llama loot boxes are ridiculously rare in Battle Royale and often have many resources and items in them. They contain a varied assortment of resources, traps, and ammo. Now if only that could happen every single game. When someone uses a launch pad mid-fight, it's pretty hard to shoot them with bullets because they're not only moving, but purposely trying to weave and dodge your shots. Way to Clutch lives up to his name when a player glides across his screen after launching and he no-scopes him with a sniper rifle. No-scoping a player that's gliding? The chances are nearly impossible. I'm sure all of us have tried the bush tactic at least once. That is, trying to hide in a bush for as long as possible to win. Well, Piggy Cheeseburger took it to another level in this clip because 2 squads have a full-on battle right around him without realizing he's there. Unfortunately, he dies after, but still, how could those players not see him? Failz clan was known for their Call of Duty trick shots, but nowadays a lot of them are playing Fortnite instead. Failz Adapt's gaming skills still exist when he is riding on top of a shopping cart and seemingly kills 2 people with 1 sniper bullet.
I don't know what's going on. Keep going.
Behind us?
Oh my god! Oh, what did I just do?
In reality, he just broke a ramp and they fell. But hey, Failz clan can make anything look cool. Impulse grenades are often used to make really cool plays, but the thing is, only really skilled players can use them effectively. Average players just fail miserably with them. Savage Pinecone appears to be one of those average players, but he has luck on his side. In an attempt to impulse grenade the enemy, he launches himself and is left with 1 HP. But did he win that game? A little known fact is that you can kill other players with the shopping cart as long as you're traveling fast enough. LaFlame00 pushes his shopping cart down a mountain and magically an enemy runs at the right time for him to secure the knock. He doesn't have any weapons however and ultimately dies after celebrating his lucky play. When rocket riding was first discovered in the game, everyone wanted to try it and get some cool kills. Half of the time people would end up dying from fall damage or they couldn't even rocket ride at all. King of Games this seems like a pro at it though. He's able to hop on the RPG, but when it explodes, he lands perfectly on a launch pad. If that wasn't there, he would have easily died. Finding a llama in a game is rare enough, but finding all 3 is even luckier. Well, guess what? Lobik found 4. In the clip, he shows himself finding 4 llamas in the same game. Even Epic Games commented under the post saying that there's only supposed to be 3 in one game. Before the guided missile got taken out of the game, a lot of people considered it overpowered, especially at long ranges. During the endgame, Quibinary uses the guided missile in a bit of an unorthodox way. He manages to fire a close-range missile that breaks his opponent's building, ultimately killing him due to fall damage. It was a lucky play. Another no-scope appears in this video when Manitas00 is able to pull off the impossible with a legendary bolt-action sniper. He spots a gliding enemy and manages to pick him out of thin air. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually seems. Getting a supply drop can be bittersweet because you have the potential of getting extremely good loot, but a lot of the times the drops are in the open, which makes you vulnerable to your foes. But player Harez Online was camping in his porta-fort when a supply drop lands perfectly into the center of it. What a lucky drop. Before the crossbow was taken out of the game, it was very satisfying to get kills with it. Dizzy Cedo kicks it up a notch when he and his squad are fighting the last guy in a skybase. In a last-ditch effort, he shoots his crossbow on the way down towards his death. He got so lucky and secured the victory for his team. Fortnite claims that everything you can buy in the game is for cosmetic use only, but this clip could make you question that. Flippin' Sexy is an emote where your character does a backflip and lands on its side, but when you do it in a bathtub you can evade bullets, like how Psycho Killer 805 did it. You gotta have lucky timing too. Here's another example of how Fortnite emotes could be considered more than cosmetic. In this clip, a Raven skin jumps right over a sniper bullet, completely avoiding it. The timing on it is so perfect too that the player, not 5, had to go back into replay mode and see what happened. Building may be considered the most important thing in the game, and coming after that is editing. Here we see Crim's bro editing his platform so perfectly that an RPG barely skims through and breaks his skybase. He falls down and kills the last guy for the final kill. If he didn't edit it, most likely he would have died. Another Failz clan member proves that it does take skill to be in Failz. Failz dirty impulse grenades himself, and in midair he no-scopes his rival for victory royale. He and his partner's reaction just shows how lucky the shot was.
Actually, do you believe?
Yes, I believe. Oh, I could have.
Oh! No! What?
Before I reveal the next example, you should subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. We upload amazing fact-filled list videos daily. Also, make sure to click that bell icon to stay updated or you'll regret missing out on some amazing knowledge that could have filled your brain. Now let's get back to it. Killing someone with an impulse grenade is one of the most pleasing and fun things to do in the game, but it can be difficult and risky to do. Fortnite player Fruitosaur gets very lucky after he throws his impulse. Not only does he get the kill, he lands on top of a tree and takes no fall damage whatsoever. You couldn't even replicate that if you tried. The addition of the shopping carts added a fun new element to Fortnite, and when it first came out, everyone loved to build ramps and fly down them. Well, in this clip, that player got the short end of the stick when Hostographer is able to snipe him with a hunting rifle as he's soaring down his ramp. Perfect timing. Towards the end of the game, players are always forced into a small area because of the storm, and in this case, Lord Quas is able to take advantage of this for a win. With one RPG shot, he manages to take out the entire last squad for a quad RPG kill. Granted, they were probably weak because of the storm, but getting 4 kills with one shot is very lucky in and of itself. FC Barcelona DJ pulls off the impossible when he tries to show off and gets a cool impulse grenade kill. Instead, he impulses himself and flies out of the storm, only to land on a launch pad to soar right back into the eye, after he finally gets the impulse kill for the W. Towards the end of Season 3 in Fortnite, players saw comets constantly flying into the map. In this video, the other team was lucky enough that Cozy95's RPG shot collided with an incoming comet. Considering the timing of the comet and the RPG shot, this shouldn't have happened. Sometimes when an impossible thing happens, you either think the players are so bad, or you're just lucky. For Sue Dudes, it might have been a combination of both. He hides behind a wooden crate because he doesn't have a weapon, and both players go right past him. On top of that, his duo partner gets knocked, and Sue Dudes is able to clutch the elimination with one pickaxe swing. Dying from the storm stinks, and Murder of Birds was 1 second away from dying from the storm, but he's able to get the victory royale with one shot to the last guy's head. Even from his celebration, you can tell that was totally unexpected.
God, dude! Oh!
Hiding in a bush can either be a smart or a stupid play. There's no in between, but in this case, Grizz was very lucky that someone was hiding in a bush that was right in front of him. A sniper spots Grizz and tries to kill him, but only ends up killing the guy in the bush instead. Even he realizes how lucky that was.
There was a guy in the bush. No. Dude, he saved my life, dude.
This might be the luckiest no-scope ever, because Wappa Papa does it while he's on top of a tree.
I'm trying to no-scope these guys. Oh my gosh! I no-scoped him! I no-scoped him!
He tries to do it a couple more times, but there's no way he's hitting that again. Here's yet another example of how emotes might not just be for looks. Formidable is dancing with no weapons right in front of his enemy when snowball grenades bounce off of him and right back at the shooter, who knocks himself out. One last example of how dancing might be unfair is in this clip, where the Red Knight character dodges an RPG shot because of dabbing. The rocket zooms right under his arm right as he dabs. If he was just standing still, he would have gotten blown up. Playing with bad players can be considered lucky, especially here when this player is facing an enemy that somehow misses every single one of his shots point blank. The player shoots him and kills him instantly. That's what you get. So what did you think? Who was the luckiest? Has anything like this happened to you? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you'd like to see more Fortnite videos, beg in the comments and it might just happen. Till next time, thanks for watching.